One Friday Fights 97 takes place this Friday, the 14th of February, live at 2 South African time on the One Championships YouTube page. I will be breaking down this fight card next in Fighting with Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Fighting with Friends. It's your boy, Brother Gaia, back today to do another breakdown of One Friday Fights 97. And let me get straight into it. But before I do that, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're on our way to our first 1,000 subscribers. We also noticed that you guys are engaging a lot more. We are increasing that number, so it's fantastic to see all that. We're all trying to find new ways to develop the podcast so we can get more engagement with all of you out there. So we can kind of bring more of you guys that are commenting and sharing, subscribing to bring some of you guys onto the show. But we will work that out in the pipeline. But for now, we'll keep it as it is until we progress. I'm going to be doing my breakdown of this fight card. So I've been waiting all week for this fight card to come out. And a couple of cool debutants, as you can see on screen. I'll put my ad over there. We've got Vero Nika, and also we have Lamnamoonlek. And these are two former champions. I think Vero Nika, if I'm not mistaken, she's like being just on a tear at the moment in Thai Fight League. So yeah, let me get straight into it. The reason why I've been waiting all week for this fight card is because there hasn't been information other than the main event of the fight card and also the main event of the undercard. So I'm going to be talking about these two fights in particular, but then after that, I'll also go into a little bit of depth on some of the other fighters on this fight card, which I think is going to be quite entertaining and also have some kind of implication to their division. So let's get straight into it. The main event, let me just zoom in quickly. So I am amped for this main event, to be honest with you, just because I know Kongsuk. If you know Kongsuk, he's been obviously tearing up the One Friday fight scene. He's been just knocking people left, right, and center. Kongsuk coming into this one, his fight record in the One Championship is 5 wins, 3 losses, 0 no contests. He got 5 wins by all unanimous decision. His last fight, he unfortunately lost to Muay Thai by KO in the 3rd round. He just got a little bit gassed over there, unfortunately. Before that, he was on a 3-fight winning streak. He beat fighters like Jodlek Pet, who just fought last week and got beaten by Zhao Suyai. Great run. In that run, what I like about Kongsuk, one of the nice things about him to watch is that he's got fantastic footwork, got good stamina, amazing combinations. He loves to throw some cool body kicks, switch stances, and he's just a master at fighting over the distance, which a lot of fighters struggle to do. He doesn't really get that tired. Granted, in that fight against Muay Thai, it was a bit of a barn burner, and that's what you could see he was fading in that fight. Kongsuk has got an incredible ability to fight almost very flow state-ish. He's got this switching of the stances. He throws very good combinations. He uses the jab, which is not a frequent thing you see Muay Thai fighters use, particularly the Thai fighters. They won't really throw that many jabs. They like to set up their hard kicks, then hard elbows, hard overhand rights, hard overhand lefts. But Kongsuk fights off the jab, which is like a boxer. And that's a phenomenal stance to use, which is why he was beating so many guys in the One Championship. Obviously, he came up against Muay Thai, who matched him pace for pace, and I think that's probably why he got faded. In this fight, I think Kongsuk has to use the jab a lot to stay in range. I think he's slightly taller than Lamnamoonlek. I think he's slightly a bit taller than him, so he could use that advantage. Lamnamoonlek is definitely very pacey, quick southpaw kind of fighter. His record in the One Championship is 0-0-0. This is his debut. Like I said, he's a southpaw fighter. He is the former Rajamdam 135-pound champion. Throws very hard left kicks. Good boxer. Loves to throw left straight immediately after he throws a left kick. So speed and precision is his game. If you can remember the combination that Leon Edwards threw against Kamaru Usman, throw in the left high kick, then immediately throw in a left straight after that. It's almost like a 2-piece combo, but it comes into you almost simultaneously. It's like bam, bam, so quick it hits you like that. That's why Usman didn't see it coming. Lamnamoonlek, this is one of his main combinations that he loves to throw. He throws a very hard body kick, then he immediately throws a left straight after that. His opponents love to catch. Even when he throws the high kick from the left side, he ends off with the left straight. It's a good combination he loves to throw because it's very hard to defend. So I think he's going to come into this fight with the speed advantage. He's going to come in with the hunger because it's his debut. He's obviously going to want to put on a master class performance. Kongsuk obviously coming into the fight with the more experience in the One Championship is going to have to gonna want to obviously put the stamp and say like, listen, you a newcomer here, and let me kind of show you what the levels are like here at One Championship. So it's gonna be an interesting bout. Let me know in the comments, please, about how you think this fight's gonna play out. I'm sure a lot of the Thai fans that are tuned into our podcast has a good insight on Lamnamoonlek. So please let us know in the comments, how do you think this fight's gonna play out? Because I'm a bit, I'm a bit, it's a bit tit for tat for me. This is a bit, it can go either way. Just because when I looked at my research on Lamnamoonlek, I think he's gonna be a very good fighter for the One Championship. I think he's gonna bring a lot of hype to that 135-pound division. If he could make the weight going into the future, both these guys can make weight going into the future. I'd love to see Lamnamoonlek take a run at the 135-pound title. That's a stacked division. Superlek, Rotterdam, Jacob Smith, Dennis Puric, Elias. Okay, he's on a suspension at the moment, but I mean, dude, that division is stacked. So I think it's going to be a good run for both these guys. If they both get a win here, I think Kongsuk can maybe put himself in a contract conversation. Lamnamoonlek, if he wins this fight, he can put himself in the conversation to potentially fight for a contract next, or even if his next fight. I know it's only his debut, but the way One Championship has got the roster of Muay Thai fighters, anyone can fight for a contract. Just put in a very good performance, and then One Championship will probably give you that opportunity. So, yeah, before I move on, ladies and gentlemen, please like, share, and subscribe if you are new to this content. Hit the bell notification to know when we are going live, because we are doing lives these days, and we will be prepping for a new one. I think our next live will most likely be for the next 172. 172. What's the next one? The one with Agadi and Wairui. I'll put the details out for you guys in our next video when we're talking about that one. That is for next week. So yeah, I'm just gonna move on. I'm gonna leave it off with I think Kongsuk is gonna be the more masterful striker. I think he's a bit cleaner. He's not as wild and reckless as Lamnamoonlek. So if Kongsuk can just be patient, use his jab, use his kicks, fight at range, I think he gets the job done nicely. Granted, it's obviously a lot easier said than done, but I think he's gonna win that. All right, let's keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen, to the fight. Like I mentioned, it's the main event on the undercard, not the co-main event of the event as it shows on screen. Actually, just the main event on the undercard. And we're seeing Vero Nika, the debutant. She's a decorated Muay Thai fighter fighting out of Myanmar, Burma, as you can see on screen. Also competed in Thai Fight League. She's an orthodox striker, very strong body kicks, strong head kicks, creative striker, good elbows when she comes into the clinch. This is her debut. She's very durable, very, very conditioned. She's built like a fucking specimen, which I think sometimes can be a bit to some fighters' detriment when you're carrying that amount of muscle. She's taking on Francisca Vera. Her record in the One Championship is 2 wins, 3 losses, and 0 no contest. She's got 1 win by TKO. She lost to Sher Cohen in her last fight. I remember watching that fight. She's got great defense, very good defensive fighter. She's a bit slow to get started sometimes. Great elbows when she gets in close to the clinch game. Strong knees in the clinch as well. I personally believe she's a little undersized for the division. I mean, what division can she go to after this? This is the lowest one in terms of size. And it's not her fault that she's slightly but shorter in that division, but she's competitive nonetheless. I personally feel like she might get bullied in this fight just because the size discrepancy is just way too big. Vero Nika is just massive for the division. I don't know how she's making the weight, to be quite honest, but she's massive for the division. I think she's going to be a little bit strong for Francisca. Francisca's obviously, for me, a keys to victory in this fight is that she's going to have to stay active in every moment. Don't get sucked into a brawl for too long. Don't get sucked into a clinch, even though I think one of her clinch work is some of her best attributes. I don't think she's going to win the clinch battle in this fight. So for me, keys to victory for Francisca is to be smarter, be quicker, fight, get in, get out. Win the fight on decision. Don't try and knock Vero Nika out, because she's not going to get it done. Nika is just way too strong and way too durable for that to happen. And of course, if you know the Burmese fighters in the One Championship, these guys barely get knocked out. They're just way too powerful for it, conditioned very differently. So I think Vera's going to have to fight a little bit more defensively and try and win the fight on points. As for Vero Nika, go in there and just be the bully. Go in there and be aggressive from the first minute. Deeper, low kick, just go in there and give Francesca no opportunity to sort of put any offense on her. Because Nika's taller, she's stronger. I don't think she's faster, but she's just she's just much more powerful. I think she can take any shot that Francesca's going to throw at her. So I think if Vero is just going to just walk her down and just chop the legs, chop the tips, close the distance, and get Francesco into a corner fight over there, you could potentially see a knockout in the first round of this fight. Honestly, I think it's going to go that way. But I'd love to see Francesco Vera fight more stylized in terms of just being patient and utilizing the jab and tips to sort of stay that distance. When she gets in, throw an elbow, get back out. Just get Vero missing. Just make her miss majority of the fight, and I think she'll get the job done. But I just don't see it happening. But please let me know in the comments, please and gentlemen, who do you think is going to get the job done for that fight? That fight will be the ladies' fight will be the main fight on the undercard, so you'll catch that a little bit earlier or midway through the broadcast. Excuse me. Now, on that note, I'm going to now talk about some of the other fights that I think is going to be entertaining on this fight card. So as you scroll down onto the One Championship website, you don't see the rest of the fights. However, if you click on this little thumbnail over here, it says view full card is revealed over here. I clicked on it already, which opened up the tab, and it gives you the remainder of the fights on this fight card. So I'm going to talk about some of the fights that I think is going to be entertaining. We do see Tong Lam Poon. He is 21 years old. Look at his record in One Championship. He's taking on Mong Kun. They have fought before, and also you'll see on screen that Tong Lam Poon won the first fight. And his record in the One Championship is absolutely flawless. As you can see there, he's 5-0, 2 wins by knockout, 1 win by TKO, 60% finishing rate. And I think that's fantastic, man. I mean, he hasn't fought against best of best guys, but fighting Mong Kun is a big deal because Mong Kun is very creative. I like his style. So he's taking on Mong Kun. Let's go to Mong Kun. Mong Kun, like I said, he lost to Tong Lam Poon in his last fight. Prior to that, he won Poi by knockout, and then obviously see on screen he hasn't had best records, but I do think his style is fantastic. He's an amazing fighter to watch, very creative, very fun. I think those two guys on the fight card are going to put together a fantastic fight for us. And then another fighter that I want to talk about is Compet, who is just one win away of breaking that top 6, top 5 of the flyweight Muay Thai division. As you can see on the screen, he's also been in the One Championship, fighting a lot of Friday fight cards. Look at that. His last fight, he lost against Chat Payak. Chat Payak has also been on an absolute day, beating everybody. I think he's also on a 4-5 fight winning streak in the One Championship. But before that, Mong Kun was on a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fight winning streak as well, beating Kong Chai in one of those fights. Lost to Pradan Chai before that, who is the current strawweight champion. But look at that, man. Like, Compet is just a fantastic fighter to watch. I love his style, hard-hitting kind of fighter. He goes in there, he dies by the sword, lives by the sword kind of guy. And that's a really good, entertaining fighter to watch. He is taking on Tip Taksin. And Tip Taksin is also powerful, durable kind of fighter. I dig his style. He's slightly taller. His record in the One Championship also goes back quite far because he's been fighting under the Friday Fights banner. 5 wins, 2 losses, as you can see on screen. He beat Ivan Udakov in his last fight by unanimous decision. I didn't watch that, unfortunately. But I like the way this man fights. He's got good elbows in the clinch work. He's very durable. This fight is going to be a bonus, so stay tuned for that one as well, ladies and gentlemen. Right, that's all my time for this fight card. You can catch the One Friday Fights 97 live this Friday, 14th of February, almost January, on the One Championship YouTube page at 2:30 South African time. Stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. And then you'll catch myself and the rest of the team do our recaps this weekend for One Friday Fights 97, as well as the UFC fight like Cannonier versus who's Cannonier fighting again? Not now. Anyway, but the UFC fight card is taking place this weekend. We will be doing our recap of that one on the Sunday as well. So you can catch both recaps this Sunday, which will be the 16th of February. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all my time. Please have a fantastic weekend ahead. Have a good Valentine's Day. Enjoy the fights that's coming over this place this weekend. And stay safe. And you will catch myself in the panel later in the next one. Stay tuned, stay blessed, stay safe. Cheers.